Hello beautiful people, I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Today's look is more on the wintry vibe scene. I wanted to do a braid, I wanted to put on a winter top, and I wanted to film a smoked out copper tutorial for you guys. So I really hope you like it, and also can we talk about this braid? I love how it turned out. It's sort of like that Dutch braid basically going over the top. I stopped there, then I did a fishtail braid. So I think it looks pretty cute, I really like it. I'm a messy kind of braided person, so hence the kind of not polished look of it. But I hope you like it, and I hope you like the makeup, and let's get started. So I'm starting today by priming my skin with the Mercier oil-free primer. Then for foundation, I'm taking the Mercier Silk Cream Foundation in the oil-free formula, which is the shade Cashew Beige, and I'm mixing it with some of the Cover FX custom cover drops in the shade G20 just to lighten it a little bit. Using a beauty blender to blend that all in. I love the look beauty blenders give your skin. I feel like they just apply the product beautifully and they give a really even, flawless coverage. I'm going to be taking my MUA brow palette, which you have seen quite a few times now. So this is the dark shade, and I'm just taking the dark warm brown and I'm just applying that with a Zoeva brow line brush. To ensure I get a nice sharp eye today, I'm taking some regular sellotape and I'm just removing some of the stickiness on the back of my hand, then sticking it near my eye and then just making sure both sides are even. I'm going to prime my eyes with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I'm just using my finger to put this all over the eye and blending it into the crease as well. It's just going to neutralise our lid for the colours to come. So I'll be using KIKO eyeshadows today, and these are the KIKO Infinity shadows. So the first shade I'm taking is the shade 204 with a large fluffy brush, and I'm just using this as my base transition colour and putting this all through the crease and blending it upwards. It's such a beautiful sort of light yellow beige, I guess you'd call it. That doesn't sound appealing, but it is simply one of the most stunning colours as a base colour. Then, just to give my eyes a bit more pigment, I'm taking the Nudestix Bronzing Pencil Crayon, and it's in the shade Brown Sugar. This is just going to make sure our copper shade later on really stands out. And for this, I'm just using a large shader brush to blend it in. Next, taking that beautiful orange shade, which is 207 from KIKO as well, I'm pushing this into the crease and extending it upwards slightly using a Zoeva crease brush. So for this, I am focusing on the crease and the outer corner, so I am bringing it down onto the lid slightly as well. With the Zoeva pencil brush, I'm taking the shade 217 and I'm just applying this to the corner, and I'm giving my eye an almond type shape. So I'm just applying that to the outer corner and blending it in slightly. I'm also going to be dragging that lightly through the crease and then going back in with that crease brush by Zoeva and blending it out as I go, just to ensure everything remains nice, blended and soft. Then I'm just going to be mixing a little bit of the 211 shade as well as the 212 shade together. Those shades just have a little bit more of a plum undertone, so it's just going to add a little bit more warmth as well as a little bit more definition in the outer corner. So the star of the show today is the Inglot Pure Pigment eyeshadow in the shade 63, which is a beautiful multi-dimensional copper shade. So for this I find it easiest to apply with my finger, so I've just dipped it in a little bit of the shadow and I'm just placing it lightly on the lid. You want to avoid the outer corner where we were just applying the browns, just so that it can still stand out. But I'm just going to take that large shader brush and just blend it into the crease slightly. So I'm just applying a little bit more of that dark brown shade in the corner. I'm taking the Kat Von D ink liner in the shade Trooper. This is the first time I've actually done it with sellotape on my face, and it made it so much easier. So if you do have a little bit of trouble applying your eyeliner, especially when you've done such a smoky look, this is a really good technique to try, as it allows you to get a really sharp finish. So pulling off the tape, here is a little trick. If you do find you have any fallout from the shadow, just take a cotton bud and wrap it in a little bit of sellotape with the sticky side out, and then just dab it or roll it across the affected areas. For concealer, I'm taking the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Pale Fair, and I'm just doing inverted triangles under my eyes, down the centre of my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead as well, just to conceal this area and bring a little bit more light. Then just taking the same beauty blender, I'm going to blend that out. To set my under eyes, I'm taking some of the Bare Minerals concealer in the shade Well Rested with a Real Techniques setting brush. To set my face, I'm taking an Hourglass Kabuki brush and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder in the shade Diffused Light, and I'm just setting basically everywhere on my face. To bronze my face today, I'm taking the Nars Laguna bronzer with a small blush brush. Just going to be defining my cheeks, around my hairline, as well as my chin and slightly down my neck. So all these shadows I'm taking on the same brush, which was that pencil brush we used for the dark brown. So to start with, I'm taking the 204 shade by KIKO. Then I'm taking the orange shade, which was 207. And I'm just bringing it all the way along under the bottom lash line. Then just in the outer corner, I am taking the shade 217, which was the matte dark brown, and I'm just defining the outer corner. For liner, in my waterline as well as my tight line, I'm taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil. It is a double-ended one, but I'm using the colour Perversion. So I'm just applying that to my waterline, and then I'm taking that same pencil brush and just blending it in slightly, just to smoke it out and not look too harsh. And then I'm just lining my upper waterline as well. I'm taking the YSL mascara in Volume Effect number 5. So this is actually a burgundy mascara, which I think is really nice and really complements hazily green eyes. So because I'm not using false lashes today, I am applying a lot of mascara just to make sure those lashes are fully defined. To contour slightly today, I'm taking some of the MAC Sculpting powder on a Nars contour brush. To sharpen up that contour, I'm just taking a little bit more of that Diffused Light Hourglass powder we used before and just running that to create a sharper line. So for blush today, I'm taking the e.l.f. blush palette, and this is the dark version. So it's just the bottom pinky peachy shade, and I'm applying this with a Zoeva Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush. For highlighter, I'm taking the Champagne Pop highlighter by Becca and just applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, down the centre of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow and my chin on a fan brush. For lipstick today, I'm taking the gorgeous Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in the shade 1995. This lipstick is amazing, it is such a gorgeous colour and it's so comfortable to wear on the lips. So this is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see a hair tutorial or anything like that, just let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video.